Right now I'm kind of in an odd place for when the next video should be, because initially I was planning on releasing videos weekly, and that's been something I've been trying to work out and get going, and I was gonna have that going. I had that in place, and then when Karma released, or when they announced it, I thought, well, maybe I should make a video about Karma. So I switched it up and tried to make a Karma video in about a week. I think I started on Monday last week, and I got the video out on Sunday, which was behind when I usually want it to be. I want it to usually be on that Saturday. That's like my best place to be putting out videos, and that kind of messed up my weekly production schedule. So because of that, I feel like if I tried to make a video for the 16th, I'd burn myself out entirely, and I get stuck there. So I'm kind of stuck in the sense that if I make a video for the 23rd, that's the day after Karma, and I'd like that to be related to the album. So right now I can't really make one specific to Karma, just because we don't know enough about it. The best I could do is what I just put out, which was that early analysis sort of thing. So what I'm kind of thinking I'll do is the next long form video I will probably put out won't be until the 30th, just because I feel like that's probably the best time for me to release something that's either related or unrelated to Karma. But I still would like something to come out on the 23rd. I think that while I can't make a full-length video in 24 hours, I could totally make a short, kind of going over what the music video for Ceremony. Probably I'll do just Ceremony, and I don't know. For Hollow, I just did the lyrics of the song. I didn't talk about the music video at all. And then for the Karma trailer, I talked about what we saw in the actual video itself, because there wasn't a song affiliated. Depending on how much is in the Ceremony music video, I'm not sure. It might be a mix. It might be both. I might talk about the music video and the song itself, or what I think I actually will probably do, now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably make two videos, two different shorts. I'll probably release one on Saturday and one on Sunday. One will go over the music and the lyrics, and the other will go over the actual video itself, what we see in the video. Which means I probably, unless there's like anything huge in that music video, that will probably be it for breakdowns of Ceremony. And then, like I said, the next video I would release for a full-length video probably won't be until the 30th. And honestly, it probably won't be Karma related, just because it's so fresh. I think if I'm going to do a full-on Karma analysis that's like actually going into everything we see, I want to include the dance choreographies, the music videos, and the songs themselves. And we don't receive every single music video in that first day, so we have to usually wait a little bit. And I mean, it also kind of depends on how much we actually receive and learn about the album, since it's more likely that it'll be kind of spread out over a few weeks' time. So that September 6th video probably is also going to be unrelated to Karma. Now, if I were to actually do an analysis of Karma, it probably would be September 13th, most likely. That's 3 weeks away, right? Yeah, that's 3 weeks after Karma, which is kind of a long time. So at that point, I'm not even sure if I will do an analysis of it. So then, what will I be doing if I'm not releasing anything until the 30th? Well, since I'm thinking it's best to wait a bit, I'm not really sure how much of an impact releasing a video unrelated to the album the day after would be, but I feel like it wouldn't be super great, which is why I want to kind of push that video off to the 30th, even though I know I totally could make a video in time for the 23rd. So what I'm kind of thinking is right now I'll work on a few videos, hold on to them, reestablish that production schedule I was going for, and initially aiming to kind of set in place. And then when September comes around, I'll be able to kind of like roll out a bunch of them, as well as get myself ahead, so that if I did have a situation where I wanted to switch a video, I wasn't kind of cramming it in, kind of screwing myself over for the next week. I'd have something in place, I'd have something ready, so that I could keep going after that as well. Last year, when Hop released, I was still releasing videos, but the thing is, I didn't release a video on the 13th of December. I release something the week before that, and then the week after it. I don't have anything to go off of personally to know for sure if releasing something unrelated to an album the day after actually has an effect. So this is honestly a lot of kind of speculation and just trying to figure out whether or not this would do anything at all. More likely than not, it probably won't. So I'm probably going to play it a little safe. Although, I don't want to stop releasing things altogether. I think that's a bad move. Because coming off of the last video and then waiting 3 weeks for the next one isn't great for keeping up that discoverability. I want to almost always be releasing stuff as much as possible, which is why I'm trying to switch from doing every 2 weeks a video down to 1 week, because then I'm able to get more things out at a time and I can be more consistent with what I'm uploading. So that's kind of like the plan for the next few weeks. I'll work on a couple of things. I'm working on one right now that's kind of a combo of some past videos I've done, but also putting a new spin on it. And this one, unless something changes, this will probably be the one that comes out on the 30th of August. And then, how long would that take me to make? Maybe like 7 days? Maybe 6 or 7. Yeah. I was a little busy yesterday, so I wasn't able to work on it a ton. Technically, I could have this one done before the 23rd. But I don't think, like I said before, I don't think it's a great day to release a video unrelated to an album. So I'm saving that one for the next week. I think I could totally release a video every single day. Whoa, not every single day. Every single Saturday in September, which more likely than not, I'd say, if anything, only one will be related to Karma. It's really dependent on how much we hear and how much we learn from Karma. Like, I've thought about doing a Skiz Lord video. If the ceremony music video or anything else related to it kind of ties into it, maybe I'll do one. But my issue with it is I don't know if enough people really know about it anymore or care enough about it to actually make it worth my time, if you will. That might end up more of a yapping to each video, just because it's interesting stuff, but it's a very small interest point. My cat is in my room right now and he's making a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear him. Whiskers, not DJ. Whiskers likes to talk a lot. I don't want to promise a lot. I don't like saying video ideas anymore because I end up switching them so often. Oh, I didn't mention this. I was working on an extension to another video I had made recently, kind of going off on one of the topics I mentioned and kind of expanding to it. That was what was originally going to come out on the 10th, I think? No, the 9th. That was supposed to originally come out on the 9th, or was it the 2nd? Hold on, I gotta pull up a calendar. Yeah, so that video was supposed to originally come out on the 9th, but I hate saying videos that I'm working on because I don't want to say what I'm working on unless I know for sure I'm going to release it. It's a video about what the solo albums could be like for each member, and I didn't think it made sense to be releasing that while we're getting ready for Karma. So I'm planning on saving that one probably until late September, if I ever do release it. And it's a longer one so far. I was about halfway, maybe a little over halfway done with the script on it when I decided I would switch to that Karma analysis video. And at that point, it was already, I think, I can pull it up again. Here, let me look. I'll pull up the script. Yeah, right now it's about 3,020 words long, which is, I'd say, 13 minutes and a half in length. So how many members have I written? Hold on. Yeah, I'm about halfway through on this script. I haven't touched it in quite a while because I've just been focusing on that Karma analysis one. I also did that trailer breakdown, and now I'm working on a different one, which makes sense given that this one probably won't come out for over a month. I don't want to be working on it a ton currently, but I totally will be working. I should totally work on this as I'm leading up to the 30th. I should work on this one more, just kind of keep it going. Yeah, I last touched it on August 1st, so it's been a bit. I was thinking earlier, I don't really like the Bangchan evolution I made just because I didn't know what I was doing with those evolutions quite yet. And what I'm wondering is it worth it to go back and almost remake those evolution videos? Like, implement new events that have happened, as well as talk about kind of a different storyline or like a different meaning behind that evolution. Because I think compared to a year ago and compared to now, I have a lot more knowledge about writing videos. Like, I mean, there's so many of them where I didn't have a huge topic going, and I was kind of just writing it based off of events that happened, and I tried to include every single event that ever happened. And I feel like that works as a history video, but not necessarily an evolution video. If I were to go back and do those evolution videos again, I'd want maybe 1 or 2 skills that I'm looking at, and I want to highlight those changing. So for Bankchan, I'd probably do number 1. Now remember, this could never happen. It's possible I never even do this. And it could also be completely different topics. But number 1 could be, he's the biggest songwriter of Stray Kids. He's got the most credits. So it could be looking at how his songwriting skills, styles, and process have changed through the years. So all the way back to 2017 with 3RACHA up until now, as well as maybe almost like a persistence and leadership sort of traits. So like how he was a trainee for, was it 7 years? And now he knows more about the industry itself and how that's kind of helped him almost give back to the other members that weren't trainees nearly as long as him and kind of guide them through everything. So that's an idea. I don't know if I'll even do it. Let me know if you think that'd be worth doing. I'm still thinking about it. Another thing I'm kind of wondering about is later in the year, I'm thinking I might want to do like a 40 to 70 minute long video. I think it'd be fun to make a long video at some point. I'm not sure exactly what it would be. I'm not sure exactly when, but most likely in the December area. I feel like that's a good place to put a long video. I have considered doing a full group evolution again. The very first video I made was meant to be a full group evolution, but then I felt like it wasn't extensive enough to be considered one, so I ended up calling it the music evolution. And then I think it was July last year, I was working on a full group evolution. It was 36 minutes long, but I just really didn't like it. I felt like it didn't really work as an evolution. So I'd want to kind of go back and look at what I had and think of what I have now that I can make it better. Maybe not necessarily improving that script, but making it new. Because obviously back then, I think that was my first, because that would have been before I did any of the member evolutions. So I didn't know in my mind yet that reading out the dates and the events each time isn't necessarily a good video. That's what I did with the Bankchan video. But when I came around to Lino, when I was working on that one, I figured, or I learned, I should probably be putting a story element to this. And that's how I came to Lino wanted to be a singer. People rejected him for that. JYP didn't think he was going to be a good singer, told him to be a rapper, and for a couple years of his career he was a rapper, and now recently he's been leaning into that singing and becoming that singer that he always wanted to be. That's an interesting story point. So I'd want something like that for that full group evolution, and I think it's got to be more than 36 minutes long. I think there's so much to talk about and so much to cover because they've been going for nearly 8 years now. Maybe not nearly 8 years, more like 7 and a little bit, but they have had quite a lot of time, and in that time they've certainly grown a ton. So I'd want to kind of pinpoint something specific. So yeah, that's kind of the general position for where the channel is currently. Wouldn't expect long form videos just for a little bit. Probably the first one, the 30th, unless something awfully horrendous happens and I don't get anything out there. But if I don't get anything by the 30th, I think that's a horrible idea. I don't like leaving my channel just kind of dormant, because then I lose traction and that's bad. Yeah, we don't want that. Anyways, look forward to that maybe? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' ideas for things I could do too. I can't guarantee they happen, but I still like to hear what you guys would be interested in at least, just so I know and kind of understand better what you guys are actually looking for and what you're interested in watching. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Bye 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 bye.